What is going to sing Gradelock here? I'm your host, Henry, and I say to all my wonderful, beautiful faces out there, yes, miss you, love you. Today we got a deck profile of D Police, but this one is premium. At first, we honestly thought that Dan already had a premium deck profile of D Police, but we were sadly mistaken. So now we're doing a D Police deck profile right now, and Dan's gonna take it away.
Hey guys, how's it going? I have just come out of the basement, and goddamn, the amount of training that I have had to put in to make this deck work to what I want is incredible. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. We're starting off with Goyusha because I feel the on-ride draw is really, really beneficial in where you want to get the deck to your end game and how you want to get there. We have our main grade 3. Bravest Rush Grand Gallop. Yes, Bravest Rush Grand Gallop. We play 4 of him because despite him not having, any force marker of any kind, he does reside on a 13k base and helps us get to our 40k. So when we go for our Bravest Peak turns, we are already halfway there. Our backup grade 3. 3 regular Super Dimensional Robo Dayusha because he gives us a gift. And so with the gift we get to base, this is going to be 13 plus the 15, that'll be 28 plus the gift 38, that'll be 38, and that means we're only going to be 2k off from being at the 4k minimum for shenanigans. Grade 2s we play for Hulk Hogan because he allows us to have a unit on rear guard as well as being able to replenish in hand. So that way when you go for your Laurel turn on peak, you can use him, you can call him down and then be able to fill up board with hopefully non-trigger units in your hand, and that way you have enough units to activate for Laurel skill and do the damn thing. Next up, we play 4 Die Dragon because a 10k base is actually really, really nice, and the easy 20k swing is just honestly too good to pass up. And then we're playing 3 Mad Scepter X for additional 10k power because, in all honesty, I felt that being the 10k base is really necessary for playing in premium format where like a lot of decks can like aggro you hard early and just aggro you hard consistently. Things like Bermudas and DIs and like all that other stuff. So like having a grade 2, another grade 2, like so playing 7 10ks really helps, especially with the Mad Scepter X's being 10k shields. So that way you're not really losing out on 5k shield by running something like a Hulk Hogan or the unit with resist Grand Bollinger or anything else like that. And next up we have literally the only reason DP might be seen in a premium format outside of, the only other decks being seen are No Left King decks or Geese decks, Commander Laurel V. Mostly because Commander Laurel V plus 4 rear guards plus a Bravest Peak that is at 40k equals a restanding, quad driving, double critical Vanguard that will, after every turn, get bigger and bigger. So the goal is to honestly push your opponent to like as high damage as possible. Like hopefully like by the time you get to stride, they're at 3 damage already, so that way you're pretty much almost there and you're basically forcing out the PG with the peak on the Laurel. This is a stride-based format, so we play 3 Cosmic Hero Grand Ropes because this is, again, a stride-based format, and we need to be able to pitch to stride because we're only playing 7 grade 3s. And the thing is, you don't need to search out Grand Gallop if you have Grand Rope and Dayusha in hand, because as I said earlier, you ride the Dayusha, you get the force marker, then you stride, you're sitting at 38k. So all you have to, so even if you are unable to boost the power up to over 40k, you can at the very least make it so all you have to do is just call a booster behind your Vanguard, and then when you swing, it'll be 76 plus a minimum of 4k boost to hit the 80 for the crit and the restand. Next up, we play 3 Enigma and Blancs because countercharging is very essential to the deck, and there's a lot of tight space in the grade 1 lineup, so this is what really took me a lot of time to hammer down and figure out as a whole. But I feel like cutting Blanc down to 3 helps, especially with being able to countercharge and see like other important cards in the deck. And because on your first turn, if you're denied a second counterblast and you only have 1 counterblast to work with, having a Blanc in hand really helps out. And also for like other, like if you're have to play against your opponent playing again, outplaying you or whatever, to make sure that you don't have like counterblast to use, or you have like 1 counterblast to use, like you have to out it somehow. For consistency, say we play 3 Die Braves because on hit draw is really good. Again, if you're missing any combo piece that you need, easily on hit, shove the Die Brave in, get your power, get your draw, and then the Soul Blast 5 is iffy at best because remember, Bravest Victor does Soul Blast to get +12, so just be careful with that. And even then, you would use it. You use it on day usually, like I said, you don't really need to. You just need to have a booster for the day. You just you just need to have 5 rear guards, and you should be good to go. Last but not least, 2 Enigma and Columns because recycling PGs are fun and are super good. Trigger lineup, we play not 4, not 8,
that's not a parry system,
but 9 crit.
It's not a parry system. It's literally a clash system.
We play new criticals, and then we play 1 Cosmic Hero Grand Beat because you need a 9th crit somewhere, and having a 9th crit that soul charges and gives your Vanguard power is always super good. Next we round out with draw triggers at 2 Diamond Ace and 1 Penguin. It was hard to cut Rekka for the draw triggers, but I personally felt that you need to have any you need the consistency where you can get it, and so I found just running the 3 draw triggers as opposed to 3 stand triggers benefits you a whole lot more, especially because they're also 10k triggers and not 5k triggers. I could see where the discrepancy would be for if you're playing first 3 draw versus 3 stand, or even if you're only playing 8 crit versus you play 2 draw 2 stands. But I feel like being able to just crit your opponent hard and crit your opponent early and consistently is a key to how the deck is supposed to function. Our last heals up. Got 2 regular Go Rescues, and then we have 2 Operator Go Cassius because we need counter charge. The 5k does make a difference sometimes, but it is what it is. That's the risk you have to play when you're playing 5k triggers and 10k triggers.
Oh my god,
Stride Zone.
Oh, sorry. I'm going back in. Room code.
Play the boy to play in this premium format to, kill your opponent as fast as possible. And how you do that? Quad driving, crits, and restanding on the first stride. So if your opponent doesn't have the PG, they die. Or they just, go to 5 and then they die. You just have to be sure, hit triggers. Like a good player. Oh yeah, because you counter +1. When you're at 4, when you attack, counter +1, and you're at 40, you get the quad drive, and then when you're at 80, you restand with no drives. So you combo him off with the Laurel to double your Vanguard's current power. So when you're at 40, he makes you go 80, gives you additional crit, and then you're just swinging at your opponent's face. It's the first one's the 80, and then it just gets higher and higher from there on out. So I played 4 And then we play 4 flip fodder because you just need four things to flip for the 4-piece. Like that's basically it. And then play 1 cross tiger because big number with crit is always nice. Speaking of big numbers with crits, Die King for many crits and big rearguard numbers. And that's Stark because Starking is Starking. Play 2 Zeal because being defensive is pretty much like the key to the format currently. So if you're so basically both your vanguards are 13k base. So being a Force Clan, you're gonna be sitting on an 18k base and forcing your opponent to try and make numbers or just making sure those numbers don't hit. So a new trigger plus this is pretty much like you're golden. 1 Dolphin because getting big is really good, especially when it also lets you countercharge. 1 Go 05 because you need to play G Guardians that either do something good like Zeal or just get really big like Go 05. Even though Go 05 costs a Soul Blast, he overshadows the 20k threshold of the new heal triggers, so he automatically is a 25k shield and then can be a 30k shield when you need it. And then speaking of free shields, X Caribou for free 25k shield and doing the Zeal thing for discarding a card as opposed to counterblasting. So it lets you save on soul and it lets you save on counterblast.
3 Hispanic guys.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my deck profile. I know a lot of people don't play in premium as of now. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't play premium that much. However, that's not gonna stop me from making a deck profile for you guys, for those of you who are playing in premium, because hey, if I can at least give you guys a skeleton to work with, you can just play test it and figure out where I went wrong. I can't wait for other stuff to come out. Second wave of D-Police support would be nice, like they gave to OTT and other Garbaronis. But I think that'll be it for today. If you liked my deck profile or have any comments about my deck profile, please leave them in the description box below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, ring that bell button for daily notifications on any of our videos that may be posted. Anything else, Henry, that I'm missing?
Nope, that's pretty much it. You said everything.
Alright, deuces!
Deuces is my thing!
My thing first!